Well, hello folks, welcome to the channel. I'm the Custard Prophet. We're back here for another American Truck Simulator episode with the Custard Hall as a US. As you can see, we're not in a truck at the minute because we've got a big day today. We are going to be buying our first truck, and something wondrous has happened which is going to help us do that. We've also done something rather fun, which we'll see in a second when we have a look at the map. But let's go and get that first truck and have a look at what I was talking about. So here we are in the used truck section, and when we got here initially, the cheapest truck we could get was $80,000. Now the reason for that is it was a 5-star truck, but as you can see, we've got a load more cheapo trucks that are here. Now we're not going to go for the lowest one. I think what we'll do is we'll get that $8,000 loan, and then we'll pick up a truck with reasonable quality, which we can then work with, which is a little bit better than what we're seeing here, which are, I suspect, are the sort of weakest types of a 370 horsepower truck. Yeah, it's and it's a 1-star condition. It's going to be an absolute disaster, that is. So the one that I decided on, or the one that I thought might be probably best to go with, is this Volvo here. It's almost giving us the full $80,000, but what we get is a 500 horsepower truck. We get a 4-star condition. As you can see down the bottom, everything's in pretty good working order. 10% permanent wear feels fairly good. I'm not sure about any of the additional stats on that, but I'm very happy to get your thoughts on it. I know many of you are ardent understanders of all of that sort of stuff. So this is what we're going to do. So let's go and get the money first of all, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up this Volvo. We might even have enough money to give it a little bit of a yellow paint job, but we'll see. Ooh. This is interesting. That's going to really... No, we won't. I got a little bit confused with that. It's a $75,000 loan. So we could do that. We got a long time to pay that back. £73 a day. If we put that on top of it, plus what we've got there, we would be able to pay for it. But wow, that's leaving almost nothing in the back. Let's just go and have a quick look back, see if there's a better option. You know what? I think what we might do is go for this one. It's another Volvo. It's a 3-star condition, so this is something that we will have to work on. It's got a lot of permanent wear in comparison, 13% permanent wear. You can see some of the other bits and pieces require a bit of attention, maybe in the not too distant future. It's actually a little bit more powerful, 600 horsepower. So this feels like not a bad alternative. So I think that's what we'll do. It will give us an extra 10 grand in the bank to kind of worry about. So let's do that. So we're taking this $75,000 loan. We've got a lot of days to repay it, 18% interest, and that's just $73 a day. So let's do that. That's a pretty decent loan. We can repay it when we're able to. I'm not sure if there's an option to repay it like in a chunk, so like I pay off like 50 grand of it or something like that. Let me know in the comments whether that's a thing, or whether maybe there's a mod to put onto the game to make that happen. Right, we've got that. Let's go and get our first truck. This is exciting. And there she blows. It's a red truck at the minute. I might see whether we can do something with the colour. I'm not sure whether that's an option, but let's go and purchase that. It will go to our garage in San Francisco, and that's where we'll be taking our first drive from. And I've got something even more interesting to show you in a second, or exciting. So there we go. We're going to put it in that garage slot in San Francisco. We've got it. We've got our first ever truck. Rigmaster, we've got an achievement for that. Let's have a little look at it first of all. It's night time, but we should be able to have a good look at this here. I'm not sure whether we can do it up. I think we might be able to do it up in our garage here, but yeah, that's what we've got. I think must be an option to do. I've not really done that. I've always gone to like service spaces. But there we are, sitting in the truck. Looks awesome, doesn't it? First truck. Right, let's just do this. We'll come in here. We've got 11 grand in the bank. I think we should be able to play around with this, shouldn't we? Upgrade. Can we upgrade? No, we can upgrade the garage, but we cannot upgrade the truck. Am I being a bit stupid here? Yeah, you can only do it in a service station. So we are sitting here in so what I think we'll do is I'm going to take a little drive out here. We might be able to go past this question mark here. We're in San Francisco, the lower part of San Francisco. There is a few bits that we can collect there, but then once we've done this, we're going to take our first job. So let's go and do that. So it looks like a pretty easy drive down to that place, and we'll then see if we can just a bit of a paint job. I think it feels like it's the sort of thing we should do. But before we get into that, folks, take a look at this. I'll come out. You probably noticed it already, but look, we've got more stuff. Yes, we have picked up. So I got the Southwest bundle. Which essentially which was on 20% off. So everything's 20% off. So that gives us New Mexico, Utah, Colorado as the states. So that gets us most of the way here, and we'll just need to pick up Kansas, I think, as the last one to get, and that will allow us then to get here. So we can start our drive this direction before Missouri gets here. It's going to take a bit of time to get, so we might do a bit of the driving off camera, collecting a bit of money in that way. And yeah, really excited about that first little bit. You also get the heavy cargo pack, the special transport, which are really important things that I really enjoyed doing, because it'd be a whole different set of delivery cargoes that you're taking there. There's also a couple of other things which I wouldn't necessarily have picked up but sound cool. Steering creation pack, which allows us to modify the steering wheel and make it look rather cool. So we might have a little look at that just now. And then the classic stripe paint. I haven't really bought paint jobs, but that is all good. Right, folks, that's where we are at the minute. Let's just drive over to that service dealer, and then we will pimp up our truck, make it nice and yellow, get it into the custard colours, and then we will get on as our first job. Looks like a recruitment agency just down there, but we can't pick that up. So what we're going to do is just reverse down there, I think. There we go. Recruitment agency picked up. Thank you, as always, for all the support on these ATS videos. Really enjoying how much people are enjoying it themselves. And yeah, I also saw some fun comments about, it's basically got people wanting to go back to California and try it out, which is, that's kind of what we're wanting to do here. We're a little bit on the speeding side there. We don't want to get rest on our laurels here. I'm really interested to see what this is going to do. Yeah, what this is going to do, now I've remembered what I'm saying, for the price of deliveries. Now we've got a truck on the back. Obviously, oh dear me, that was a bit wide. Yeah, obviously we probably should be getting some additional stuff, aren't we there? Sort of additional costs paid for. Right, so here we go. So, truck configuration. So we want to do a bit of a paint job on this truck. So that's what we would have. I think that's what we do. It feels a little bit expensive given how much money we've got. But we need to be on brand here. We do need to be on brand. I do want to have a little look at the steering wheel as well, whether this what we got in here. So let's have a quick look here. Oh, that looks a bit smart, doesn't it? 395, right. Right, we've confirmed the order. We spent a bit of cash. Okay, right. So the hope is now we've got external contracts here, freight jobs as well. So let's have a look. We're going to be going out of San Francisco. We need to start heading in this direction. So maybe going to Modesto or Stockton, or if possible, Carson City, or even up to Sacramento. I don't think we'll be able to go much further than that, given we've only got one of the skill points for distance driving. So let's have a look what's available. This one looks like the job that we're going to be doing. Rough terrain forklift truck. We've got, it's a 7-hour 44 job, 364 miles, but it looks like we get to go over the San Francisco Bridge, which has gone out my head what it's called. Sure. So I think that feels like a good one. It's a high value cargo. We'll go over the bridge. I think there's a few other things to collect, and then there looks like an interesting bit of road there. I think that might have a viewpoint on it as well. So let's go and do this delivery. It's our first delivery, which will potentially net us over $1,000. So let's do it. So we're going to start off with just a little bit of a sleep, because we've got 19 hours in real human time to deliver this, so it feels like this is probably sensible. We'll just sleep here. We're going to pick up a photo op on the way to pick this up. Let's go. How cool is this? Sorry, I was going to wait until we were all the way over, but wow, have they not done a good job here. Okay, so I think I'm turning right. A little bit confused what's going on. I think that's my light up there, but they're not going. But let's just have a quick look back here. I didn't look back here. We've got a little place to kind of hang out at the back there. Presumably that kind of drops down into a bed. I'm not really sure how that works, but that is rather cool. So that's what things look back there. Obviously we're going to have to get an equivalent to toast in this. I don't know whether there are other types of dog that we can have sitting there. In real life I have a Westie, but I don't know whether we can get other animals to sit on our chair and come with us on the route. Okay, this is fun. So yeah, there is the bridge. Now somewhere here, no, it's not the bridge. I'm going to need to go up there. So I'll come back when we get up to that area there, and we'll maybe and then we'll pick up this thing there, and then we are going over the Golden Gate Bridge. There it is. But I didn't realise it's another really fancy looking bridge. I mean, that's a massive bridge in itself just there. Very cool. Right, here we are. It's San Francisco Pier 39. I have actually heard of that, but I don't know what it is. So is that, I don't know, like entertainment area or something? Is that, or is it like, I don't know, seafood restaurants and stuff like that? I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, in the UK that would probably be, you know, if we're talking about Blackpool, it's probably dodgy entertainment, low class entertainment, but often quite fun. Right, what do we think of my steering wheel? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Like a shiny steering wheel, worth the 300 quid. We'll be picking that up in this drive, so it's fine. We're on the way to making money, folks. We are living the dream now, folks. Okay, so here we are. Bizarrely, it is one of the locations we've actually picked up from before. So we'll just need to make sure we get in there and pick up these forklifts. And I think we'd be putting ourselves in good stead. I think San Francisco is, from what I've seen so far, easily the best city of the ones that we've kind of explored. But I mean, majority that we've explored haven't been all that really. So let's go and pick this up. I've got to try and figure out how to turn around as well. There's not a lot of room for that sort of jeggings. Oh, we can go about Yeah, we can go around there. That's fine. Right. Okay, here we go. We've got the Golden Gate Bridge to come up. We've got this little drive over to Carson City, which means we will be going out of the state into Nevada. So undoubtedly there'll be something we can pick up from Carson City as well. And then it looks like we're going to have to drive across the state. Yeah, there's not a lot there, really, is there? Not a lot there. I don't think it's going to be that impressive, in all honesty. Not sure how cool Vegas is, but that might be fun to look at in the future, but not quite yet. We are trying to get... We're going east, folks. We're going east. Right. What I think we'll do at the start of this episode, particularly going over the Golden Gate Bridge, I think rather than me prattling on, I think we'll do a little bit of a time lapse right at the start here, and you'll get to see some rather cool scenery. So I'll turn my face off and we will get going. Shit. Wow. I did not see that. Oh no. Thankfully, and I'm not entirely sure, I didn't see anything pop up with a crash warning or anything about damage to the truck. It was as if we never actually hit it. So that's what I'm going with. I was transfixed. I was listening to we just come over the top and heard some sounds of a train in the distance. I think this might be the truck we just hit. But yeah, we've turned inland, and it's a very different sort of set of scenery here, isn't it? Looks barren. Is that a boat in the middle of nowhere? Boat in the field? Reminds me of what was that film? Old series. Not George Gently. I can't remember. Very good. Anyway, it's with Elijah Wood in it. Right, let's head back off, and I'll see if I can remember what that series was. Something Gently. It's a Douglas Adams book. Holistic Detective Agency with Dirk Gently. That's it. If you've never seen that, it's weird, but so good. Really, really fun little series. Right, folks, yeah, we're coming up to Sacramento. I think I might come back as we're sort of going through Sacramento. That might be interesting to see. And then I imagine this is going to be a bit barren over here. I've got a couple of things to come back on in terms of things that you guys were talking about in the comments that I'd mentioned. So thank you for those things. And we'll do that when we're going through Sacramento. 5 hours 49 to go. See you in a bit. Yeah, here we are in Sacramento. We're sticking to that speed limit. Cruise control is a wonderful thing. If you don't use it, it makes life so much easier in this game. You don't need to kind of worry about anything. We're not coming off the Interstate 50. We're just going to be heading through Sacramento. We can see that in the background, the high-rise going on there as we're sort of heading closer towards the border, I suppose. We're going north, so we're absolutely fine in this lane here. So I want to talk about a couple of things that folks had mentioned. It's 5:08. I didn't realise it was that late. We might have a little sleep because it's possibly going to get dark relatively soon, but not just yet. So a few things I was talking about driving in America. Keeping in the slow lane is whether it's okay to overtake on the inside, and apparently it is actually a thing in the US. You're not supposed to be doing that, but it is kind of state dependent. So that's 9 out of 20 Sacramento discovered of California dreaming. So we're getting there in terms of where we are. Very much state dependent, and I think from the comments it annoys folks in the States as well. So it's a sort of thing that no one really likes. I think someone said you could kind of cruise past, but you're not allowed to undertake, so you can't be in the same lane and then kind of nip in on that way round. But if you're in that lane and you're going faster than the ones on the outside lane, you can keep going, which, I don't know, that feels just as weird. But I mean, I'm not sure I could work out which of those I was necessarily doing, or which. I could work that out, but I wouldn't necessarily know what other people were doing. I'd have to keep my wits about me, potentially there. So the other thing that we were talking about is some of the roads which have. This one's not a great example of that, but quite wide gaps between the north and the two carriageways. So some of them are absolutely massive, so much so you can't actually see them. And there's a few folks who talked about that, sort of suggesting that there might be. I'll get those lights on before we get pulled over by the police. There might be a few reasons for that. So one of the suggestions was that it might be that one of these is an old road, and there isn't room to expand that old road, so they put another road a little bit of a distance away. Some of them are around environmental management, so having that big gap in the middle, apparently relatively good for the environment. I remember going through Canada and seeing a lone wolf in the central reservation there. I mean, it was like a proper brushland between the two carriageways. And the other one, which I really liked, was if there's a like a mountain or a large hill, and you're not right at the base of it, you're sort of halfway up it, it's cheaper to kind of have the two carriageways going around either side, because you don't have to dig in quite as far, which makes a lot of sense. So those are the sort of things that we were thinking about. Okay, well, rest areas. People were mentioning the lack of rest areas, and guess what is that? What on earth is that? Explain. So we've got, I think we don't actually need a rest. I think we'll be fine. We'll just finish this off at night. We've done a pretty good job. We've got about half left. We've got lots and lots of fuel, so that's not an issue. So this might be a fun one. You did mention it wasn't particularly fun doing the night drives for the... Oh Christ, what is this? We didn't get that much out of the night drives when you're sort of doing the time lapses. So what we might do is we'll chat a little bit longer, and then we'll just kind of come back a little bit closer to our destination. But let me know in the comments whether you see much out of that or not, because I think at the minute it's still a little bit on the bright side, isn't it? Sort of looking okay, but there is nowhere to stop, so we'll just have to wait. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll leave it off here. We'll drive a little bit off camera, and then we'll come back as we get close to our destination. See you in a bit. 3 hours 39 to go, 173 miles. Right, this is proving quite tricky driving up here in the hills, which I think we are. We'll just have a little look whether we can see. Oh, I just put the parking brake on just to confuse everyone behind me. Yeah, I just want to have a look, see what we can see behind us. I feel we've been going up quite a lot, but it's been hard to tell because obviously it's... so we are, yeah, look at the forest. Yeah, so this is going to be these sort of areas that have been... I mean, it looks like it's been decimated by fire anyway, but these sort of areas that you... have been really affected by the Californian wildfires. You don't realise how much of California is wooded, because you always sort of think it's quite arid sort of centrally, but there is a lot of forest out there. So we're 2 hours 14 away, almost hit the 100 mile mark, and we're just kind of coming up to this turn up here, which will kind of signify a sort of movement towards where we're trying to get to. So we've had a nice little bit of driving down there. I think it's going to get easier as we get further here, and there is a sleep place here if it all gets too much, but I am fascinated to know what that is. Please let me know in the comments, because I've not seen that symbol in ETS2. So I'll check back in a little bit, but yeah, currently we haven't crashed. We haven't had any... I haven't been caught by the police. We've got the lights on. No red light offences either. So it's all been going pretty well. See you shortly. Right, we are heading right here off the main road. I think this is going to be probably a little bit of a windy, difficult road before we head over here. Just under 50 miles to go. So I think one of the things I did notice has just come up on Steam mentioned... Christ. It mentioned that the new section of the driving academy was being worked on. So that looks pretty exciting. So it's I think that was on different... I haven't looked at it properly, but I think it was on different sort of surfaces, that sort of thing. There we go. We don't need any fuel. Fuel is going to be an interesting one, because I don't know whether it's going to cost more with this mod. I think previously we got about... I mean, I don't know what it would be in dollars, but can't remember what the exchange rate is, but it was about between 800 and 1,000 euros what we tended to be putting in. It is late night and dark as heck in this. There's nothing around us at all in terms of civilization in these areas. We've just gone through a town though, McDonald's and Burger King and stuff, so it's not too far to backtrack if all goes wrong. So what do you think about the cabin of this truck? There is kind of a nice little feature on this where you can really see when cruise control's on. I'll just show you that. So if I put it on, you can see that little green light that pops up. It's so obvious. It's really, really nice. It's one of the harder things to work out if it's on or not in many of the other trucks. Not sure I'm a massive fan of the sort of yellowy information screen. That looks a bit weird. 59 Fahrenheit. I mean, you can really read it, which is cool. But I'm not certain it's necessarily the most, I don't know. Oh, Christ. I just had a whole life flash before my eyes there as I saw that truck right in front of me. But we got away with it. Just cut the corner a little bit on that one. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It looks a little bit old school, a little bit dated, doesn't it? Just that colour. Kind of reminds me. I mean, it actually looks nothing like it because that was completely different. But the computer on the Nostromo in Alien doesn't look anything like that at all. But it kind of feels like the same sort of era. So yeah, let me know what you think of this truck. I like pretty much everything else about it. It's handling really nicely, and it's lovely to have our own truck. That is fantastic. Almost there for our first job, and of course we'll be doing a bit of a reverse park, and hopefully, can't remember actually the last one, was it? Was it at the oil factory? I can't remember if it was one that went well or badly. It's been a little bit of time. I know the one I did recently in ETS2 didn't go particularly well. It was a tricky one though. Right, we've got another left turn here, and then when we do that, we will pretty much there. So I'll see you when we get to our delivery spot. Right, here we are. It's like the moon landing down there. We're just coming across here. We've put our high beams on because we do not want to make a cock up here and drop off the side of this path. That would be, I think, a very, very poor thing to happen. We're taking the right path here, apparently. And can't really see what's going on behind me, but I can see a drop off on the right, so we don't want to end up down there. I'm not sure that would count as delivered if we did. Right, this is going to be a hard one, I think. It has all the hallmarks of a very, very hard reverse. And it'll probably just be like, I don't know, drive straight in or something. Oh no, the last one, we had that tandem trailer, didn't we? You just had 150, which we weren't able to do, so we just drove it straight in, which wasn't too bad. Right. I don't know why we went this way. Why couldn't we have gone the other way? It was quicker. I mean, the annoying thing is going this way. We have to go down here to pick up the job, but then we've kind of got to turn around as well, haven't we? Is there a way through there? If there is, then we're fine. But if not, this might be a bit of fun and game. Oh yeah, there is. It's fine. It's fine. Right, it's only a 40, and we just got to basically go in there. So we'll see what we can do with that one. But it might well be. Okay, can't get in behind it. It's a little bit of a tight spot there, but I think we need to come round the other side and then go alongside and then just drop it in like that. So I'll do that, and then I'll come back once we've set this up for the reverse. This is a blind bat that we're trying to do here. This is not ideal. So I'm having to do this purely in the mirror. Doing a good job here of just doing lots of things early. This is pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, this is not bad, folks. Not bad. I can't see a bloody thing, but you know what? This isn't half bad. I don't think we got it, but considering I could see absolutely nothing there, I will take that as a sighter. I should just be able to drop in. Yeah, this shouldn't be any difficulty at all. Just maintain it, go back. Yeah. This is perfection personified. There we go. There we go. Nicely done. So first job with this new truck done. Parking challenge 5 out of 20. Gold fever 1 of 2. Not entirely sure what that one was, but it must be a delivery to this particular location, or around here. Maybe there's another one of these I've got to go to, but I'll have a look at that and I'll let you know what that was next time. So we got 912 XP, almost getting to level 4. That'll be nice. I think we'll add another distance on, or should we do it on the distance? We're getting, I mean, obviously it will allow us to go a long way, but if you put another high value cargo in there, we might be able to get even higher value jobs, which will be nice. So, Silver State 1 out of 10 there, done. All very, very nice. So, let's have a look at the sort of jobs that we've got coming up out of here. The longest sort of jobs is going backwards, Oakland, back into California. We don't want to go that way. It's all going back into bloody California, isn't it? I'm not seeing an awful lot there. We will try and make this happen somehow. Oh wow, we can take a whole house or a huge construction load. That's rather exciting. But I think it's backwards, isn't it, to Sacramento. We will probably have a little bit of a sleep. We'll drive into Carson City, and if we need to, we'll work out how to do this in a different way. But yeah, let's not worry about that too much at the moment. What I do want to ensure is that you have enjoyed this episode, that you have, if you have, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you for the next one. Goodbye.